I don't gotta answer questions, and I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Watch me celebrate, I copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man up, man, out there with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. High boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit jobs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season. And we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here.
Sit your ass
and
down,
they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
I've never played you, so I don't know how you play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Taylor. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight. 4 down.
Play action. It's Newton. He finds Taylor. Complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down.
Here's Newton. It's caught. Shepard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Set one in. Set one in. 2 right here. 52. Watch the out. Watch the out.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
52. Delta.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the 50, Newton. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
He's not going to air his ball out at all.
Sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On first down, it's Taylor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Check.
James. And finally, down he goes as they work inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football.
No, sir.
It's out. And the Ravens have got it.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
On the double. Mike 7. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Matty here.
He's at
Give
the
me that.
50.
Give me that.
The 30.
Give me
Past
that.
the 20.
Give me that.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 99 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight is right.
We got three.
To throw again, Newton.
What do you do? We picked the ball off.
Complete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He completes this one to Mack.
Bro, what's up with not picking the ball off?
Third with a solid gain of 23.
Like, boom, picked off.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Newton. Throw left
Homeboy gonna run the same plays? Come on.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
First down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They run it with James, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Stand up in.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points.
Give me
in
that.
their pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now, fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Ready. Mike 7. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check 99. Check 99. Same on. Shift. Watch the shift.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Doctor.
Is it me or he running the same
Takes it
shit?
all the way down to the 32.
Single.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played incredibly well swarming to the ball.
Give me that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Back. Whip. Go. Watch the whip.
Now it's Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run on 1st down. Brown. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2nd quarter now for Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch the twist. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal.
It's our time. Kill.
They get it to him running left.
Watch the twist.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Keep it up, guys. Go.
Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Fuck it. A touchdown.
So 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That's a pick.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Newton. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Complete to number 29. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Newton, eluding the pressure right. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Throwing is Newton. And that'll be
Yes, sir.
incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Give me that.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Oh, shit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Overthrew that.
Byron Jones.
Damn.
They have the football and
Wide open.
take over at the 24-yard line.
Lucky.
Interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating...
Should have been 17-0.
Watching the film, and it's working.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Great. 64. Wait, 25. Check 25. Check 25. Gun.
Now it's Newton.
Tighten up.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time.
Give me that.
Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st down, Brown. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Oh, Lamar.
Picked off. Byron Aaron Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Margie giving you the passes now.
Drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again on second down, Newton. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. On third down, James. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first and 10, Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
A shotgun snap for Newton.
Get your ass
Nowhere
down.
to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, squeeze, slam, check your hot read, watch the twist.
On second down, it's Brown. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hot seven. Twist. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. 65. Go.
From the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Watch this in the second half. I'm about to explode this game open. Pause. That didn't sound right. Okay.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right?
Come on with the
What needs to be
bullshit.
going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, we got it.
From the gun, Newton. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Echo. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Set the tone, defense. Set it.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
He been trying to do that for the entire time.
Here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Take a shot. Doesn't hurt.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on,
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Stop here, D.
They'll run on 1st down. It's James, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
31-yard line.
Step, buddy. Strong right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Pittsburgh, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Whoa. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Y'all not ready.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they work this well upfield at 25. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Four down. Four down.
On 1st down, it's Brown. Always got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Newton flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So this is
What the same fucking poo,
and
man.
he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps it right alive. Now Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. What a nice
Give me that.
game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just touched on the game of football. It give it and it take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe did 3 times. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
All day. All day, every day, any day. Watch out. Haywood. Hey, switch gears.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Watch safety creep. Safety creep.
Now it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. but condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion.
No, sir, not one-on-one.
The extra field, so it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Cut. Check back. Watch Mike. All day, just like that.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that'll be incomplete.
He was nowhere near him.
Flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Try that shit again.
Mike 5-2. Man, that's trash.
On first down, Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking to throw on second down. Newton, and his throw is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. Coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Riley.
Give me that.
Now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Hey, alert 3. Check 50. Check 50.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 24-yard line.
Check.
On second down now, it's Brown.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got a runner.
Weaving through traffic and now
Give me that.
free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 76 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
Now Newton. James has got it, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. From the gun, Newton eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So able to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Right back to Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on 1st down. Brown. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brown. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the 1st. Back now in Baltimore, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, James. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up second and 8
Great.
at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Who was you fooling?
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring
Nobody.
Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
52. You ain't got nothing.
They snap it to Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
No.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Oh, I forgot about that. Give me that.
I got him.
Want some? Hold on.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
A lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 6 yards away. As the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete.
Easy work.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw, Newton. He completes this one to Mack. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Here's Newton. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
36, Giants 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you,
don't do that.
Mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Tight right.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Great.
Newton on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It got his man complete. 30, the 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He's got just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Set up. Like 7.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
What?
Lamar Jackson, 72 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown of the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
It was on the floor. Right here. I put it up here.
Put it down.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Stop.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Gun.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton now in desperation. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll run on first down. It's Brown. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Crunch time, defense. Set. Hut. Mike 7. Go.
Jackson. Oh, he stays up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
I don't know.
White 33. So we got man. 8.
Now following the interception, here's Newton.
Get off the field.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 4. Single.
Throwing again. Newton, he's going to take a shot for the end. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
All day. Don't throw this way.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they get
I got one more if he answers.
They move to 10-1, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What? No.
Huh?
No.
If I take a nap, yeah, I did this. Okay, can you shut up? Yay, I shoot the gun. Yay, you shoot. Got it. Can you please be quiet? Shut. Yes, just in the line. Just in the line.
Yes, buddy.
Not no more. He ain't answering. So, how about shoot you? He's not playing tonight, huh? Jacob, it can actually shoot. Huh? It can actually shoot. Watch this. See, look. See, look, shoot it.